Welcome to the meditation section of Just Us Friends, and hopefully taking some time every day to meditate, maybe with a different meditation or coming back to one that's your favorite, will help you build the habit of returning again and again to meditation whenever times are stressful or you're presented with extraordinary challenges. As much as you can, meditate for a few minutes in the morning, even if it's laying there in bed before you get up, or meditate in the evening for a few minutes before you go to bed, even if it is laying there flat on your back in bed meditating before you fall asleep. It is a wonderful way to bring balance and harmony and a vaster view to your life. For most of us, we tend to think that it is something out there that causes our problems, somebody or something or an event that disrupts a life that we try so hard to keep under control and to arrange so that we will get what we want and so that we will be happy and so that we won't suffer. It sure feels like it is something outside of ourselves that disrupts that cycle. And it may be a hard truth to look at, but the reality is it's usually something within us or something that we do or we say or we feel, or maybe a source of disharmony or imbalance with our brain or our body, or even a lack of sleep or a health issue or some old trauma that is arising. And it is usually us that creates the disturbance or the imbalance or plants the seeds for those events that feel like they then are causing us to suffer. If we meditate, we are going to be far more astute about noticing how we create the causes that unfold in our life. So meditating gives us an opportunity to find the clarity and to know much more acutely when our own inner balance is disrupted and we are then precipitating events in the world that cause us distress. Certainly we're not talking about everything. There are horrible events that happen to us that we have nothing to do with. But the majority of everyday events we in some way have precipitated. It often feels like our emotional response is a result of those external events, but we'll turn that around too. The more we invite a certain emotional response, the more we then invite correlating responses from our environment. So, for an example, if we're walking around with a frown, caught up in our own inner drama, we're not going to have too many positive responses from the people that we meet on the street or in our family or in the workplace. But if we are smiling and we look at people and we initiate a friendly hello, then what we get in response, of course, is more likely to be friendly and positive. I say this because a lot of times it takes stopping the inner dramas, the thought patterns, the habitual ways of being in the world, to stop and consider how we are inviting these responses. So our meditation is going to be meditating on joy. And rather than waiting for something external to bring you joy, begin by going into your heart and into your body and contemplating, what do you have in your life to be joyful about? I hope it won't be too hard to find at least something, but begin there. Take responsibility that you create your reality. And so we'll begin in a meditative state to create an internal reality of joy. Take a while to feel what happens in your body and your mind and your heart as you look at what is joyful for you in your life. Appreciate with gratefulness the benefits that you have, the gifts you have. See the faces of those who love you. Let that joy spread throughout your body. Rest in joy as much as possible. Radiate that joy beyond any self-boundaries, as though that joy can float out and touch every being that you love and fill them with joy. Every being in the universe, fill them with joy. Know that all imbalance is being brought into balance with joy. Healing is happening. Brain chemistry is righting. Blood pressure is lowering. Heart rate is slowing. Synchronicity and harmony throughout your body is happening as you rest in joy. All of those you struggle with, send them joy now. Fill them with joy. Waves of joy radiating from your heart to all beings everywhere. And rest for as long as you can in this space of joyfulness.